I'll just do this video quietly. I'm sorry for the graphics, but if I turn my phone the other way, it's going to show the hallway. I don't know how I can do this, but anyways, we already know. Okay, luckily I'm just a small content creator. I'm not monetized on my channel, so this doesn't really pertain to me. I've seen my views go down, so though usually when sorry, my son's singing to himself. But usually when I do like my thrift store stuff, I'll get between 1,000 and 1,500 views, which is fine with me because I've only been doing this a year and I'm really not going full throttle on it. Pardon me. But even people that are larger, that are monetized, are seeing a big drop. And I've told a few other people, Mr. Beast himself has lost half of his viewership and stuff. And I made a video earlier today. I didn't release it. And then I just had heard another smaller content creator. She gets about $350 a month, which helps her out quite a bit because she has some physical disabilities and things. And her revenue just dropped, and she can't access some features for her channel on her app, on the YouTube app, or on her desktop. So like, it's just like with anything that it's like YouTube is a job, and there's people that say that YouTube isn't a job. Listen, anything that you're putting extra effort into, okay, is a job, okay? And it's something that content creators choose to do. They want to do it. And some people, it's just a hobby to them. They might just pick up their phone whenever something's happening on the street or whatever. And other people enjoy putting out content for other people. But the thing is they're putting in effort. And whether YouTube chooses to recognize that or not, I mean, they don't really care. They're going to find AI fillers. As before, they'd just take the smaller content creators and they'd be the fillers on YouTube feeds, because we have the larger influencers that have millions of subscribers. And then, of course, you have to have fillers on the side. And so there was a place for smaller content creators that weren't really big and flashy and bold and were doing all the product placement and influencing and all this stuff. But now with AI, they don't need that so much. So they're not promoting smaller creators. But my problem is, like, if you have a regular job, you're going to get notice, right? Your employer is going to give you 2 weeks notice. You're not just going to arrive at work one day and they say you're not getting a paycheck next week. They give you at least 2 weeks notice. YouTube did not do that. They didn't give anyone a forewarning. Yes, there's been stuff about AI coming into effect and how it's going to affect the face of YouTube, but they didn't get any sort of notice as to, you might notice your ratings drop. You might notice we're not promoting you, all the things. No, it's just like a bam. It just seemed to hit everybody this month. And that's really unfair, and it's just going to backfire on YouTube because, I mean, there is already other platforms out there. There's TikTok, there's, I don't want to say, I'll just say Insta. What's the other ones? I don't know. X, I don't know. Even that's been having problems. And there will be other platforms after YouTube. So YouTube better snap out of whatever funk it's in because, I love YouTube and I always wanted to have my own channel, and I made that dream a reality that, over this past year. But if they're going to treat people like that and something newer comes out in place that it's going to treat their creators better, I'm going to skip over there to there, and other people will too. And it's not even about me. I could care less about what's going on with my channel. I'm talking about the smaller content creators that are getting kicked and they're getting mistreated. That's never good business practice. And YouTube is affiliated with Google, so they think that they have all this control, and you can't treat your customers poorly and expect to stay in business. And there will be other things. And the other thing I'd like to say, it's just to control a narrative, right? They don't like that people can come on here now and spew their opinions. They're tightening up the reins. And so with AI, they can control that. And so that's why AI is also a big push for them. But there's certain channels that I'll watch that use AI. That's, it's kind of a funny, what's the word? It's kind of controversial right now. But at the end of the day, I won't be watching YouTube for the AI content. I can determine what's real and what's fake, and I don't like watching the fake. And I'm not going to support the fake. I'm going to support the real content creators. And, we can have a little bit of the AI, but if they think that the AI, they're going to let AI take over YouTube, they're going to screw themselves over big time. And they're already upsetting people. And again, because they didn't give anyone notice, I mean, some people are having, like the one lady was having a mental health issue now because she doesn't know what she's going to do next month. But again, if you're going to get into YouTube, it's not for the week, and it's not something that is a guarantee. If you want a guarantee, go work at McDonald's, go work at a coffee shop, because at least you're going to get a check next week or next month. YouTube is such a gamble and a risk. Do it if you love it. Do it for your fans or your viewers or your friends on here. But don't think that you're going to get somewhere just by doing YouTube. Maybe if you're going to get sponsorships or other shows, give you offers and things like that, like reality shows. But don't think it's not the old YouTube anymore. It's a whole new ball game, and they're only going to want to promote the people that are going to say and do what they want, that are going to promote what they want, and all of the things. So unfortunately, it's taken a drastic turn. But honestly, I wish that all the content creators being affected by this, I wish them well. And I made a comment today on someone else's channel. It's like an internship, except what, at the end of the internship, you're going to be hired and you're going to get paid. This YouTube thing, you could pour your heart and soul into it for 3 or 4 years, and you might not ever see a dime. So again, do it if you want to do it, but don't expect anything out of it. And I like the old YouTube where you could find all sorts of people that you would never have found before, right? You could find that guy that's just in his basement reviewing old movies, or I don't know, something else, just something kind of